everybody, welcome back, and we are going to do something different, something fun, something creative. So I was having a hard time using those decals, especially for something as large as this. This is actually not a decal. This is something new that I'm trying. I kind of looked online and was looking for ideas as to how I could get this image there. So what I did was I was looking on the airbrush forums and stuff online. This is all brand new to me, so I don't want to talk like I know for sure what I'm talking about, but we're sure going to try. So anyways, this is a product called Frisket. That's probably nothing new to anybody that's airbrushed, but it's new to me. So what I did is I got the matte white finish Frisket, and basically the Frisket itself, or the layer that we're going to use, is clear, but the flat white portion on the back is what we can print on an inkjet printer. Looks like I had a little issue up here where it got kind of smudged, but that's okay. So what I did was I printed my image on here, and for the other side I'll want to print a reverse. But anyway, so then on the glossy side, which your inkjet printer would not be able to print to, what I did is I just took a fine point Sharpie and then traced around. Basically, we're going to use this as our template. So what I'm going to do is peel it back and place it and see how close we can come here. Now, this is the first time I've ever used it, so we'll see what happens. But it's supposed to be sticky enough that you can apply it, and if you screw up on the placement, you can it's not so sticky that you can't pull it off, and it's not supposed to leave any residue or anything like that. So if I can find a corner here, there we go. I just used a X-Acto knife to separate the layer. Alright, so we're going to pull this back. Alright, so before I apply it, you can see it's just an outline here where I use the Sharpie. And we're going to go ahead and place it. Now, in my little experiment here, I just placed the whole image, including what's on the rudder, and what I'm going to do is we'll just cut it out and kind of see what happens here. So I could just cut straight down there and then just kind of push it onto that rudder. So we'll see. I'm just going to play with it and kind of go from there. But okay, so now the next step is where I can use this as a reference. Okay, so where it would normally be filled in, that area is what we're going to cut out. So, and how I got this placement was on the photographs and stuff that I've seen. This little, I don't know if that's an antenna or what this part of the vertical stab is, but basically you want this to be about 3 lengths down, or 3 widths of whatever that piece is right there. So anyway, so 1, 2, and then about 3. So alright, so now I'll go ahead and start this off and then we'll fast forward it, but now all we need to do is cut out the center portions there. Okay, so I just did this little section here and pulled it out. You're definitely going to want to make sure you've got a sharp X-Acto knife or whatever knife you use. It cuts pretty darn easy, but in the areas that I maybe didn't press hard enough, it's going to have a little bit of a rougher edge, and I want all the edges to be real sharp and crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside the house where maybe I've got some better light and where I can really focus in on this a little bit better, and then I'll come back on the next step. Okay, it's been about an hour, and I think I finally got it all done. One hint: make sure to replace the blade at least once during the process. I started pulling the plastic, or the whatever this stuff is called, and it was giving some not so sharp corners in some areas. So anyway, the other thing is I went a little deep with the X-Acto in some places here. You can see kind of where I've chipped the finish that we had, but thankfully that's all going to be covered up with a darker color. So I think it's going to be all right, and I think it'll all smooth out just fine. So anyway, so there we have it. You can kind of see in the reflection there where we've got it. So I'm gonna check the time real quick, see if we can run the air compressor or not. If it's too late, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. But anyway, so here is our first template. Okay guys, it's too late for me to do any of the airbrushing, so what I've done is gone ahead and masked off all the areas that we don't want to get any overspray on. So that's going to be it for tonight. We'll catch up again tomorrow. Real quick, wanted to show you one of the projects I was working on today besides getting creative, and that was I've started designing the mounts for the motor. And let me show you how that works. I was just kind of gauging to see how I might lay out everything in here, and I think I'm getting pretty close. I think we're going to mount the speed control just here on the side. I think I can run the wires kind of down like this and meet up with those guys there, and then the battery connector will just run straight back, and I'll try to have the battery leads come out of this compartment here just straight back to meet up with them there. So anyway, so that's that, but let me show you real quick on those motor mounts. How I designed those. Basically, the first thing I started out with was this guy. The rail here wasn't quite wide enough, so then I came up with version 2. Alright, and version 2 is wider, and then what I had meant to do, so you'd actually, on this side, mounts like that into that hole. Just like that. I wanted it to lock into place, and I wanted to get a good bond when we glue it. And it goes right up to the ducting there. Alright, so then on the other side, what I meant to do, see how that loops inward? It was supposed to actually loop out like that and catch the backside there. So, but I had it backwards in my head when I made the template. So anyway, so this is version 2, and I think I'm going to go ahead and I've bought the wood, and we'll make version 3 and make sure that that side there goes like that. So anyway, Alright, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll catch up on both those little projects here, kind of to deviate from the cockpit for a little bit. I know that gets a little boring, so anyway, see you guys tomorrow.